a schedule. So we are doing their little tick, tick, tap chant. 13 minutes on the clock, ready for period number 1 of the Bloomington PWC ice tournament. Sorry, bought some popcorn, not thinking that I was going to be talking, so you'll hear me munching away. Sabres are ready at center ice. Brand new Bloomington Ice Garden. We're on rink number 3. Used to be rink number 1. So this was the main Jefferson rink, but they swapped it around and changed numbers as they updated the entire building last summer. Here we have Erdl at the face-off dot. He wins that cleanly back to Lewis. Lewis gets it up to Giesecke. Giesecke headman passes that up to Flom. Flom marching in on the near side. Pushes it up towards Erdl. There's a Predator down on the ice laying on the puck. Erdl digs it out from underneath. He's got Culver sitting right in front. Erdl looking for some room, cycles back around. He's trying to get that Predator off of him. Now out to the point to Lewis. Lewis spins, throws it just wide of the net, and the Predators are going to pick that up on the near boards. Giesecke steps up, holds the zone for a little moment, and now Predators in offsides at 12:20. First whistle and stoppage of the game. All right, now we have Johnson centering Lenkeek and Kuiper. Bravo back to pick that up first. Bravo and Violet, the 2 D partners here on this line. Bravo goes over to Violet. Violet spins back towards where Bravo was. Kuiper picks it up along the far boards, gets pinched off of it. And now Woodbury finding some room, loses the handle, and now throws it in on net. And that got deflected up and over Anderson. And Woodbury first to score, first shot on goal, and they get one past the netminder. Sabres are without Grady Chesbo. Had an unfortunate weightlifting accident, so he will be out all tournament long with a ouchie finger. All right, Bielke and Erdl out there with Esch, those front 3. So we're running 2 centers being without Chesbo. Giesecke sends it over to Lewis. Lewis tries to get up to Bielke. Bielke gets kind of tied up, and Esch tries to help out. There's Giesecke getting it out from the slot. Still loose, squirts wide of the net. Picked up now by Erdl. He's racing up ahead, and he's picking up speed. He's going to catch the Predators by surprise as he gets right behind the D. Centering right out front, just out of the reach of Esch. Esch, good back checking, able to put some pressure on. Predators just dip it out of the zone. Erdl picked it up right at center ice, and now picked up by the Predators. And they're marching in. Erdl back checking, swipes that off of the stick of the Predator who was carrying in. Erdl did whoopsie and put it off the side of the net. It bounced straight out. So thankfully Anderson was there, and that bounce did not take an unfortunate bounce. Back and forth. Predator loses their footing. Puck behind the goal line. Here's Bielke playing the Predators, and here's picked up now by Erdl. Erdl's putting the Jets on, hits the red line, and tries to dump it in. Kind of loses the handle. It gets in far enough where the Sabres can go for a change. Flom first on the ice after that change. Hits that puck just as it crosses inside the defensive zone. He swings it over to Violet. Violet swings it up to Johnson. And we have Culver and Flom marching in on the right-hand side. Johnson along the near boards gets stripped of the puck. Predators get it up, but not fully in. Bravo looks to clear the zone. Predators send it in on net. Anderson had to make that save. And now picked up by Johnson right at the red line. He dumps it deep. He's got the support of Flom trailing just in the play. Johnson looked to put the brakes on, and the Predators took advantage of that. and were able to avoid a centering opportunity. Here's the Predators now, a 3-on-1 with just Bravo back. Bravo keeps him to the outside, 23 versus 23, and Bravo, excellent defense. And now he's going to go for a little stroll. No, he feeds that right up to Johnson. Johnson carries the puck. Johnson tries to throw one towards the net. It gets deflected wide. Here's Culver going right back out to Bravo in the point. Bravo sends one in. Lewis, backhand shot by Johnson, goes wide. Culver in the far corner. Battling with two Predators, and looks like he's going to win that. Sends it right out to Johnson. Johnson fans on the centering opportunity. Now Johnson once again, hits Flom. Flom tips it just wide. Flom battling two Predators now. The Predators are getting two men on the puck as quickly as they can. Flom holds it deep in the zone with his feet right against the boards. Now Johnson spins that back down deep. Culver and Flom both deep length late in their shift. Lewis steps up right in front of the Predators, and a bouncing puck just goes up and over the stick of Johnson. Bouncing up and out, and the Predators are looking to march it ahead. Sabres desperately need a change. We're going to change 4 with Flom staying on the ice, just pushing it deep while the rest change. Flom takes it back and tries to backhand it now, and now kept in the zone by Erdahl. And now the Predators look to get it up and out. Picked up by Lewis right around the red line. He dumps it in deep as he had Kuiper waiting at the blue line. Right on the net and up and over the net. Hits the glass, and Lenkeek picks that up on the far side. Lenkeek looked to center. We had a couple of red sweaters sitting right there, but Predators able to get it up and out. Sabres tag up just in time. Kuiper battling a couple of stick lifts, and now interference not called on the Predators as Kuiper could not get towards the puck. Kuiper looked to try to center just out of the reach of Lenkeek, and the puck comes up and out of the zone. Bravo looked to spin and get over to the other D, and the Predators take advantage of that, dump that down deep. Just one shot, or 3 shots on goal, for the Predators right now. And here is Kuiper at center ice trying to level my tripod here. Offsides is the whistle as the Predators carry it in with a man in the zone. Johnson got kind of a different look for his grip on the faceoff. Looked like he was going to row the boat. That worked. He won it over to Ash. Ash tries to center to Johnson. Johnson spins and just had the puck dangle off the end of his blade. My tripod keeps slipping here. I don't know what's going on, folks. It's not staying level for some reason. All right, there we go. In and offsides are the Sabres. Sorry. Not sure why my tripod is slipping. Ash at the dot. He's flanked by Culver and Flom right and left. And when I said Ash, I meant Erdahl. I don't know what I'm saying. Centering opportunity on the backhand of the Predators. Thankfully chipped it up and over. Oh, point blank shot. And Anderson with a big save and held on for a whistle at 6:15. Along the far boards, Culver tried to chip it up and over the Predators. They were poked against the boards and kept it in there. And now here's Erdahl racing up. He's got the support of Flom, but puck comes onto the stick of a Predator. Flom now strips it away, and he's marching in. He's got a couple of Sabres supporting him just behind. Flom steps around, gets in deep. Shot just goes over the net, just wide. Get the scoreboard to match the colors of the jerseys, help you out at home. Sabres wearing red and white as Culver battles along the far side. Erdahl steps into the play. Tried to strip it and get it right over to Lewis, but just out of his reach. And Sabres throw it back in on sides before we can tag up. 5:17 left, first period. Predators of Woodbury lead the Sabres 1-0. Why is the face-off dot there? Face-off. Oh, I guess that's where he played the puck in. Never mind. All right. Shots on goal, 3 for the Sabres, 4 for the Predators. And now Kuiper had it on his stick and just couldn't gather it up. And Predators take it the other way for a moment. Stripped of that. Lenkeek picks it up. Lenkeek tried to go through the legs of the Predators. Now it gets into the zone, but not very deep. Predators come back the other way. Violet pokes it off for a moment, and now that was Lenkeek pulling him off the puck. Shot towards the net, hits the back side of the net, and now fed up by Johnson up to Kuiper. Kuiper being bothered. There's a trip, no arm in the air. I guess they just don't care. Lenkeek now throws it down deep, and Sabres go to work in the offensive zone. Looks like we're changing some of our D on the backside. Kuiper can't get there before the Predators get it up and out of the zone. Fresh on the ice is Lewis. Lewis sent it right into a Predator. Violet slowed him up, and now 2-on-0 and shot and score. Kind of a misplay trying to clear out, and Predator was in the right spot at the right time, able to hold the zone, and they were able to find the open man for goal number 2 of the game. Unfortunately, both going towards the Woodbury Predators. Erdahl played it back to Giesecke, and then Giesecke fed him right back up to get it deep into the zone for the Sabres. Bielke there in the corner, getting pushed off the puck. There's a centering attempt. Esch was tied up right in front of the crease, and now Esch just had that long reach, not quite able to gather that puck up. Erdahl first to the puck, but the Predators able to get it up and out of the zone, and Sabres throw it back in offside, so we'll have a whistle and stoppage of play. 3:39 left, first period. Sabres. Yep. Yeah. Action right in front of the Sabre bench. Here Flom carries in. He's got his backhand, gets stripped of the puck right near the blue line. Woodbury looks to pull it out, and they get across the red line. Start carrying in offsides as 77 was bobbing and weaving on the blue line and got caught with a bob. Shot goes wide by the Predators over to the far boards. Culver is there. Culver chips it up, and now we have Johnson one-on-one. Johnson with some speed, if he can pull it around, gets disturbed with the puck. He tries to the center, held right at the line by Violet, and now we have a breakaway the other way with the Predators 2-on-0. Anderson with the save, and the Predators run right in to Anderson. He stood on his head and made that save. Net came off the mooring, so we had a whistle and stoppage of play. 2:45 left, first period. Oh, and since the net came off, we're going out of the zone, I guess. That's a thing. Seemed like slow motion there for a second. Now Erdahl picks up the speed, gets in there. He's got Lenkeek just to his left. Erdahl outskates the Predators and steals that away. They throw it out to the point. Giesecke throws it right in on that. Loose! and Piper just missed a swiper as that puck was thrown in perfectly by Giesecke, and Kuiper just couldn't get the wood on there. Giesecke back hard, and the Predators scored a goal with players sliding right into the net, well offsides, as he had to gather himself after scoring himself into the back of the net. All right, 2:07 left, first period. Sabres trail 2-0. All right, Bravo Violet back. Bravo first to play the puck. He spins it up to Bielke. Bielke gets tied up immediately by the Predators, and that's Johnson helping out. Johnson spins around. Violet gets tied up, and the puck along the near boards pops off the wall. Johnson now one-on-one again, except this time he's got the support of Esch. Loses the puck before they enter the zone. Thrown into the zone by the Predators, so no offsides. Bielke right at the blue line, finds some open ice, able to get it in deep, and here is Liam Esch to the puck first. Thrown up high and got out of the zone by the Predators. Back with Bravo to pick it up. He finds Johnson right at the red line, but the Predators able to take that away. There is Bielke sending it up and out of the zone to the D of the Predators, off of Johnson, and so they're playing pass back and forth with the Predators. Bravo, being trailed by one Predator, throws it towards the boards and now pulled up ahead. Here's Johnson, flips it up, and icing to be called. There it is, 43.4 seconds. 43.3 seconds left in this opening period of the Bloomington PWC Tournament Extravaganza. All right, Erdahl wins it right over to Flom. Flom taps it up ahead. Flom, beautiful green stick, carries it up. He sends it right over to Culver. Sends one right in on net, and goaltender forced to cover deep in the zone. 31.7 seconds remain. Fantastic cross-ice pass. Culver read the situation that he was floating all alone and got the attention of Flom, who sent it right to his stick. Giesecke holds the line. Flom battling with the Predators, tied up along the boards. We're running out of time, just 18 seconds left in the period. And Predators get it out of the zone. Picked up by Erdahl. Erdahl blows a tire. And Predators send one in deep, wide of the net. Giesecke sends it off the boards. 3 seconds remain. And Giesecke, for safe measure, as the horn going, pushes that to the corner. So after one, your Sabres trail the Woodbury Predators 2-1. We'll be back in 1 minute, right after this.
One hot and ready classic. We actually changed it with...
What? You've changed, Little Caesars. You've changed! They've changed, Balloon Bro. You've changed, Karate Man. How can you dance during a time like this? You've changed. Ah! Tell me why.
It tastes even better because we added 33% more pepperoni.
Give me one of those.
Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza.
All right. Just a few seconds left on the clock. About to get period number 2 underway here from Bloomington Ice Garden. Freshly redone over the summer. Sabres going from left to right on your television screen for this second period, hoping to get as many, if not more, goals in this net that Woodbury was able to get past in the first period. Sabres going with Johnson at the dot with Lewis and Kuiper left and right. Carried in by Johnson. He's got Lewis. Johnson able to step around. Johnson carrying in hard angle shot. Deflected wide by the goaltender. Played out to the point to Bravo. Bravo immediately met with a blue sweater. Bravo tries to hold his own up and out. That's great play by Violet to be back. And there's a shot in on net from Johnson. Pushed to the far corner and a pileup on 35W. Woodbury gathers that up now. And they got a couple of guys back. Questionable non-offsides there. The left winger was dangling dangerously close to not onside. Shot goes wide. There's Bravo trying to march through two blue sweaters. Finds Kuiper. Kuiper gets it up past the blue line, hits the red line, and he's marching in. He gets pressed against the wall and loses the puck. Kuiper pile up on 35W again. Friday night traffic. And Woodbury able to clear the zone. Thrown in offsides as Kuiper got to his feet and was racing to the blue line. But not in time. Here we have Erdal at the dot. He's got Bielke and Esch left and right and left of him. Sent into the zone, and Bielke reads that nicely. Tried to get it on, but deflected away by the defense of Woodbury. And they're waiting at the blue line to bring that in the zone. Esch, the first there. He's going to try to backhand it. He kind of misses on the backhand. Smart play, but just couldn't quite connect. And here, Erdal, right in the passing lane, takes and tries to feed Esch, but Woodbury was there in front. Shot wide. Anderson followed it the whole way off the net, so he just watched it sail by. Shot again, goes right in on net and not covered up. Woodbury pulls it out, tries to get it centered again. Erdal was there and picked that puck up. It's on the far side right now. Here, Esch carrying. Was picking up speed and just outskated the puck. Woodbury turns it over right at the red line, and now this Lenke played it right towards a Predator, icing waved off, and so Sabres going for a change quickly as its puck is deep in the zone. Fresh on the ice, that's Johnson. Oh, Culver just blew a tire, tripped right over that blue line. All right, there's Johnson trying to use the boards to flip it up and out of the zone. Violet's there offering support. And Flom, so we got three white sweaters there. Flom carries. Flom looked to get over to Culver, deflected off someone's skate. Now Culver has it. Culver in, shot wide. Flom picks it up on the far boards. Flom just bats it ahead to keep it deep in the zone. Finds Johnson, and there's Culver. Culver spin, Naru, and oh my goodness! It was a soft little tap-in that just couldn't float past the Woodbury goaltender. Good pressure. Probably the best look Sabres have had so far. 9:55 left, second period. All right. Here's Erdal spinning, finding some room. Shot on goal, leg pad save by the Woodbury goaltender. Lenke holds his own, shot in towards the goal, stick save by the Woodbury goaltender, and wrapped around, but deflected back down deep. That's Erdal all over, stealing it away. He's right in the way of the Zam doors, so the ice is a little bit choppy there, and the puck kind of got held up. There's Kuiper getting his feet right in the passing lane, able to hold the puck down deep. Stepping up into the play is Giesecke. Holds his own for a moment. Now just out of the reach of Lewis. Lewis plays it back to the D and right back, and there's Lenke once again. Trying to get it back out, but Predators throw one in up off the helmet of Anderson. We'll have to see what the Sabres are doing, if they're going to be splitting time in the game or if they're going to take one game each. And Sabres going a man down. We'll have a penalty called on, I didn't see who, but it's for tripping. Was that Giesecke or was that Lenkeek? It looks like Giesecke's admitting guilt and going to the box for a minute 30. Sabres making changes. We're going to be 5-on-4 hockey. So that was tripping on Giesecke. Didn't do math. At about 8:42 of the second period. Puck pops out and now picked up by Johnson. Johnson tried to get it past the blue line, but not out. And Woodbury just throws it into the near corner. There's Violet chipping it up ahead. And that was Ash who tried to play it ahead. Got stripped of the puck by this little number 23 for Woodbury. He is a full head and shoulders shorter than Liam is there. But he's had a lot of puck carry travel time. Up and now out of the zone with a lot of pressure by Johnson. Johnson now picks it up, shorthanded. Johnson gets in. Johnson shot deflects off a defender. And here we have Ash down on center ice. Must have collided with one of the Woodbury players. Shot in, slapper wide. Erdahl has the puck in his feet, trying to gather that up. He's got Bravo right there to support him. Bravo makes a block for a centering attempt. And that was Culver looking to come out of the carry out of the zone. Puck wraps around as the Sabre penalty kill is up. So Sabres kill off that penalty. We're 5-on-5 hockey with the puck tied up. Here's Culver coming out with it. Flom fresh on the ice after Giesecke gets out of the box. That's chipped up by Culver and not at the red line. So we'll have an icing with 7:01 left second period. All right. So as has been for district games, Anderson off right at the halfway point of the second period. Fresh in is Brody Johnson. Goaltender change, perfect graphic to order your Little Caesars Pizza. Look at that Little Caesar goalie guy right there. Not as good as R2, but you can have pizza delivered or carry out before the end of this game if you so want some Friday night pizza. Shot in wide by Woodbury. Pushed off the puck by Giesecke and now picked up. Here is Johnson. Johnson gets around. Now we have a 2-on-1, but Woodbury's hard charging back. Johnson forced to stay to the outside. He had Kuiper coming in hard on the left-hand side. There is a centering attempt by Lewis. Bounces the wrong way for the Sabres, and Woodbury able to carry it up and out. Hits the red line, dumps it deep. Lenkeek bothered by a predator. And Johnson, trying to help out Lenkeek and push it aside. And the Woodbury somehow just pokes it right out to the front of the slot for a waiting blue sweater. They put number 3 on the board at 6:17 of the second period. Carried in. Erdahl just loses the puck as they start coming in. And there was Violet making a move. Icing upcoming. 6:04. Icing on Woodbury. So we're going deep in the Predators zone. I thought number 23 for Woodbury was small, but this 13 is even smaller. So we got the little guy line out here. They've been possessing the puck quite a bit, though. Erdahl at the dot. He's got Esch and Bielke. Erdahl blocked that shot as that came in. And Violet holds the line over on the far side. Esh battling with the Predator, gets it deep, but there was a second Predator there. Chipped up over the stick of Violet. Bravo back to pick that up. He's going to carry it the long way, trying to find some room. He wraps it up off the boards, trying to get it up and out of the zone, but Woodbury meets the puck first, and now it trickles up and out of the zone, and that's Erdahl giving a hard charge, trying to catch up there and surprise that Predator. Played up and out of the zone again, and if the Predators throw it in, they're going to be offsides. Smart play by the coaches up there. They held and only played 4 players for a moment to keep from being offsides, but they still blew the whistle. So I don't think the refs gave them the benefit of the doubt. Bench was on top of it there to make sure they didn't be offsides, but refs didn't want to play that game. Blew the whistle anyways. Shot wide of the net. Predators look to just try to center it. They are unsuccessful as Lenkeek was there first. Lenkeek just throws it up along the near boards. He's got Culver there on this near side as well. Johnson, the center, just floating out, waiting for the puck to come out. And Culver can't beat it out of the stick of the Predators. Goes along the far side. Flom chips it up and gets it up out of the zone, but the Predators race back quickly. Thrown in offsides. 4:34 remains second period. Erdahl lapped it up. Controlled by the Predators, but thrown in deeper by the Sabres now. Erdahl first, the nice stick lift. He's got Lewis sitting right out front. Puck was bounced up and high, held at the line by Violet. Violet throws one in on net. He wants to win that game, but deflected aside by the goaltender. Bravo throws one towards the net wide, and here's Kuiper marching up ahead to get towards the puck. Erdahl picks that up. Erdahl marches in. Erdahl shot on goal. Big save by the Predators goaltender and cleared away. We had Lewis waiting there. Lewis just took one to the head. He's up on his feet, thankfully. There is Erdahl throwing one in. Loose out front. Still loose in the blue paint. Wow, Woodbury is getting all of their 9 lives used. Good shift by the Sabres. Centering attempt. There's 2 blue sweaters right out there. Spinaroo and Johnson met his match and was able to deflect that wide, make that save. And right up into the Brett basket of Johnson's glove and holds on. 3:26 left in this second period. Thrown in towards the net. Lenkeek swipes that away, deflects up off somebody right in front of Johnson. Thankfully pushed to the corner. Giesecke was there. Shot goes wide, bounces off something again. And there, Ash is able to get it up to the blue line. Now he gets it up and out, and he's going to the races if he can catch up. Giesecke able to keep it from getting too far in, and now dumped in by the Predators. Lenkeek behind the net. He's got support from Ash. Here the puck pops out, picked up by Johnson on the far side. Johnson has 2 Predators in front of him and 2 hard charging, wanting to back check. Johnson finds some room. He tries to take a shot, but it gets deflected up and over. Here's Esh making a move, slowing up the puck's exit from the zone. Lenkeek first to the puck, poked it right onto the stick of the Predators. Good back checking by Giesecke, but he's going to meet the letter of the law, and he's getting charged with a hook. Second penalty of the game, so he's going to, puck stays right down here. Sabres going on this second penalty kill, hooking the call at 2:03 of the second period. Erdahl gets it right back after he won that. It gets it up and out of the zone. Pressured by Erdahl, makes the entry in by the Predators not very clean. Johnson with a save as that was just thrown in by the defense of the Predators. Out to the point, shots wide, deflects right in on goal from off a Sabre player. Johnson holds pat and is able to keep that out of the back of the net. Shot in again, bouncing, and that went up and over. And Woodbury gets a power play goal at 1:25 of the second period. All right, a little confusion here. Now the Sabres have 5 skaters. Johnson at the dot, Lewis and Flom left and right of him. Puck goes back to Giesecke. Flom able to hold on to the puck at least for a moment along those far boards. Now picked up and pulled off the boards by Johnson. Johnson floats one up ahead, picked up by Flom. Flom tries to dump it deep, played out, held at the line for a moment by Giesecke in his skates, but Sabres have to tag up, and questionable whistle there. Ref's not giving us even a quarter of an inch for offsides. It was? I still like to question that. We need a ruler. Huh? I try. Pulled back to the DE of Woodbury. They go D to D and are able to get it up and out of the zone. And there is a power play for your Sabres. So we're going to go with 51 seconds left in the period. Sabres going on their first power play of the game, down 4-0 to the Woodbury Predators. Number 4-4 for Woodbury in the box. Johnson throws one right in on net, pushed aside by the Woodbury goaltender. And here's Erdahl sending it right back to the D. Violet lifts one up, bounces, and deflected maybe just a little bit wide. Johnson from the near corner, not pressured right now. Woodbury allowing us to just kind of look for the passing opportunity. Johnson feeds it right out to Violet. Violet shot in on net. Oh, just misses. Culver battling in the corner, now picked up by Johnson. Johnson looked to center, just out of the reach of Erdahl, who was down center. Violet dumps it down deep. 14 seconds remaining in the period. And there Woodbury's able to carry, and they get it up and out. 6 seconds remain. And good pressure by Johnson to keep any sort of shot off the net. That's how period number 2 ends. 4-0 Woodbury takes the lead into the third period, but the Sabres will stay on power play for another 40 seconds into the third period. We'll be back right after this.
Little Caesars changed the Hot and Ready Classic and added 33% more pepperoni, which makes it 133% better pizza than before. I don't know, math is hard. It's really good. Walk in and walk out with the new Hot and Ready Classic with 33% more pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza. There's the buzzer. We're gonna have 13 minutes on the clock to make up this deficit. His stick and over Lenke's stick, and now Woodbury shorthanded comes still down. We're gonna have a whistle dead and a stoppage of play for a moment. Giesecke got tangled up, tied up, and flopped down. So we're gonna take a small break here. We'll be back once he's up. He's sitting up now, at least. All right, the crowd appreciative. Giesecke holding his head. He spun around and I think kind of landed on his head as he got tied up there. Puck was whistled dead, so we're gonna have a center ice face-off. 12:20 left in the third period. And Johnson just can't swipe the puck off the stick of the Predators. There's a little hook by the Predators, goes unnoticed as Culver carries up. Played around to the near boards. Predators get it up and center, and Violet forced to dump it in as Sabres were looking to tag up. So we have offsides whistle at 11:58 remaining in the third period. Sabres race to the puck. Erdahl is able to get that down deeper. Erdahl still skating with it. He's got one Predator all over him. Centering opportunity and loose right out front, just out of the reach of all their white sweaters. Now the puck is right in their legs. The Predators goaltender just looking fearfully as it's just out of his reach to be able to control anything. Now right out, and Esch almost had a single swipe to score the first goal for the Sabres. There is a throw-in on net and a blocker save by the Woodbury goaltender by Erdahl. Erdahl chasing the puck carrier again over to the far corner and gets run into by Esch. Bravo able to hold the line. Esch throws one towards the net just a teeny bit wide. That's Bielke keeping it deep. He's got the support of Erdahl now. Erdahl, right at the goal line, tries to pull it out. He sent it towards the tapping stick, which unfortunately was a blue sweater of Woodbury. They dump it down deep, and Violet able to get it from going deep in the zone. We got a pile up over here along the far boards, and blue sweater is going to win that, and he marches up and throws one well over the net as Johnson looks way up in the sky into the stars. Erdahl at the red line tries to dump it deep, met by the Predators defense, and now tied up right here in front of the penalty box. Woodbury throws it not very deep in, and now Lewis throws one right in on net. A big, hard shot, quality shot right on net, but a save made by Woodbury. Hard angle shot, stood firm by Johnson and kept out of the back of the net. Here Flom finds Lewis. Lewis able to move around. Lewis, just loses the handle right at the end as he got tied up. Good pass over, And now that was a pass across ice by Johnson. Woodbury able to find it and get it out of the zone. And Giesecke battling hard. Lenkeek now tying up the puck carrier. And there's Johnson picking that up. Puck gets deflected wide. Now Lewis has Johnson and Flom just ahead. Icing the call at 9:14, so we're going back the other way. And sent down the length of the ice for icing at 8:57 by the Sabres. Shots on goal pretty equal. 17 for Woodbury, 14 for the Sabres. But Woodbury's definitely had the lucky bounces. Bravo carrying the puck up. He's got Bielke to his left, but just poked the other way. Now Johnson gathers that up. Johnson waits till the Sabres tag up, tries to dump it deep, but in the way. Ash with a great play, holds the zone. Ash once again able to hold the zone again, sends it just wide. Centering opportunity just out of the reach of Bielke. Bravo picks it up. Bravo tries to take a slapper, blocked by the Predators. And Bravo gets it right back. He dumps it back down deep, bouncing puck and covered up by Woodbury's goaltender. 8:14 left in the third period. Here's where the Sabres come alive. That's my prediction. There's your money line bet. Erdahl right back to Lenkeek. Lenkeek pressured quickly, just dumps it deep. Flom behind the net. Flom just rotates it around to the far boards. And Woodbury goes to ice it for some reason at 8:02. So we'll stay deep, keep the pressure, and pedal to the metal. Erdahl has that bounce over and right between the two D, so it comes the length of the ice. Woodbury skated hard to get back there. Now stolen away by Lewis. We got our two bubble kids, Lewis and Flom, with the plastic face mask. Up loose. Flom was there to gather anything that might be there, but Woodbury's goaltender covers up quickly. 7:43 remains, third period. Johnson wins it cleanly. Giesecke pressured quickly up to Ash, but Ash was tied up immediately. Johnson spins, throws one towards the net, a little bit wide, but goaltender makes a play for it. And now once again, Woodbury looking to ice the puck as Giesecke is skating hard. There's icing at 7:25, so pressure still on deep in the zone. Unfortunately, this isn't the pros, so Woodbury can change anytime they want. Johnson wins it right over to Ash. Ash hit one, but it's just wide. Ash gets his leg on there, blocks that. Johnson able to cycle that back down into the corner, keeps it deep in. Ash first to the puck for the Sabres, able to hold his own, at least for a moment. Now Woodbury able to get it up and out, to gather back the puck. He finds Ash right at center ice, who gets met with a Predator. Johnson goes for a change, just dumps it deep. We have Culver now fresh on the ice. And Erdahl, in replacement of Johnson, gets up to the action quickly. There's Violet flipping it up and over. Culver, almost broke himself free there. But once again, luck is with the Predators so far in this game. Violet pressured behind the goal line. Predators throw it towards the net wide. There's Bielke. Gets it up and chipped over the stick of the Predators. Erdahl hard charging, able to keep the zone. Kuiper was there, but just couldn't corral that puck. Pace of the play is definitely picked up in the last 2-ish minutes. Oh, a centering attempt. Thankfully, no blue sweaters are there. Here's Lenkeek stepping up into the play. He tried to go wide with the puck, but was able to be held by the Predators in the zone, right in front of that Shields logo. All right, Giesecke has a little bit of time. He finds Kuiper. I think maybe hit Kuiper's feet and took his skates out from under him. That pass was so hard. Shot in on net and quick glove save by Johnson with 5:13 left in the third period. There, Bravo dancing right in front of the crease, able to clear that up and out. Deflects up high and wide, and Sabres have a breakout opportunity. Johnson gathers that up. He's got Flom to his right. He spins around, tries to hit Flom. A diving Predator able to intercept that. Flom throws one in on net, and now out to the point. Bravo chips one up high. Johnson was there for any sort of back door tap in. Here's Flom behind the goal line, trying to tie up the Woodbury player. Out to Bravo at the point. Bravo steps up and in, so we only have one D-back. Keep that in mind, guys. Held, a good hold by Violet. There's Lewis with the puck, and Flom now along the near boards. 4:05, 4:04 and counting now. Time wasted for the Sabres as we're down by 4. Picked up by Bravo right at the red line. Flom gets it to Johnson. Johnson throws one right into the blue sweater, but now carries into the zone. He backhands it right to Lewis. Lewis couldn't corral that puck. Once again, we're without Grady Chesbo, I think, all weekend. He had a finger injury and has been advised not to play, so Sabres are going to be battling hard without one of their captains. There's Ash going wide, dumps it deep. He's got Giesecke, and Culver now picks it up on the far side. Culver threw it right through the net. That was Erdahl there to hopefully deflect it, but unable to do that. All right, Culver was there to try to tap something in, but he was just a little deep, and the pass was too far out. Johnson with a great play, slid right over, covered up any sort of opening on the net. And now we have a power play upcoming for the Sabres. Right now, delayed penalty being called. Erdahl marches in. Erdahl on his backhand looks to center to Giesecke, and there's a whistle and dead. 2:40, Sabres go on a very late power play. Two minutes for tripping on Woodbury. So far in the game, 2 penalties aside. we're not at 20 shots on goal aside, but the difference maker is Woodbury's gotten 4 past our keepers. Johnson, Kuiper, and Bielke, the front 3 up there to start this power play. Still wide, throws it right through the paint. Bielke there. Bielke looks to spin and turn. Gets deflected by the Predators. Violet steps up, holds his own for a moment, but gives it to a blue sweater. And now in and around. Blue sweater's in, and Johnson covers up. 1:42 remain in this third period. 33 seconds left on the Sabre power play. Erdahl at the dot. Won it softly over to Lewis. Erdahl helped pick it up. They get it up out of the zone. Erdahl tries to tap it ahead. Flom now on his backhand, marches in. He's got a blue sweater on him. He spins, looks to center, gets it right out to Esch. Esch has time. Esch tees it up right into the legs of Predator. And I'm looking here because we have an empty net. So power play empty net, 6 on 4. Flom tried to carry in, swiped away by the Predators. Power play is up. So now we are 6 on 5, held at the line by Johnson. Sabres desperately trying to get at least 1 goal to ruin the shutout. This one's going to go down the length of the ice, and icing with 52.4 seconds. Went for the empty net and instead got penalized with an icing and face off deep in their defensive zone. So empty net for the Sabres, trailing 4-0 to the Woodbury Predators. Johnson at the face-off dot. It looks like we got Culver. Shot and goal for your Sabres. 38.8 seconds. Flom gets rid of the shutouts. So it could be an important goal, depending on the game rules. I don't know if there's an extra point for shutouts in this tournament. I assume there is. All right, Johnson gets one over to Erdahl. Erdahl carries, and now up to Johnson. Johnson tried to feed Flom, just couldn't tie that up. And now Woodbury able to get up out of the zone. It's going to be a foot race, but Culver will win that foot race. 19 seconds and counting. Hook! Culver is too strong a skater. Stayed on his feet while getting hooked. And there's offsides. I'd call that intentional offsides if I was me. And that should go down the full length of the ice this late in the game. 10.2 seconds left. Sabres putting the goaltender back in. So we are going to go back to 5-on-5 hockey with the face-off right there. Flom finding the puck. Flom gets dragged down. Penalty shot. They're just letting stuff play. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered too much. We got the shutout ruined. 77 out here in blue. Not very sportsmanlike, sir. Gross. All right, Sabres are back in action tomorrow, 8 a.m. against Delano, and then 1:15 against Des Moines. We got the 2D teams in this PWC tournament. Delano, then Des Moines, 8 o'clock and 1:15. Your Sabres fall to the Woodbury Predators 4-1 here in the opening game of the Bloomington Tournament. Both games should be streamed tomorrow, and we're hoping for a much better Sabre outcome. Just didn't have bounces their way. The boys are still trying to get their legs underneath of them. Most of them were out sick for some, if not all, of this week's practices. So this was a good warm-up, and hopefully the Sabres can come out firing tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.